Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a team from the AAC, the East Carolina Pirates. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Pirates will kick it off to get us underway. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Didn't get any breathing room on that last run. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. They think there's room to run to the right here. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. On the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. The defense takes matters into their own hands. What a play by the defense there. Loose football. Country fumble, pick it up with room, scoop, and score.
No doubt, country versus city. When it's a country fumble, nobody around. I got to pick that puppy up and do some damage with it. Nice job seeing the situation, scooping it up, making a play.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Now they'll try the right side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and they forced the incompletion.
To throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Pocket starts to collapse. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down here for the offense. Looking for space. It's Harris. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Pirates come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. 3rd down coming here, and they need to get it out to the 44. To the air, it's Hauser. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be 4th down. And the Pirates send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
He gets it away from his own end zone. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. East Carolina sending the offense back to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Catch in the middle, it's right. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Grabbed behind the line. It's right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Pirates are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Makes the grab over the middle. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
3rd down, man. You think this offense would want to throw it down the field, at least past the sticks. With this defense and their athleticism and speed, they gobbled him up behind the line of scrimmage.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time, they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Going with the counter play here. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to pass. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Unloads to the right. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. there to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, East Carolina 10, Colorado State 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. On the move, it's Harris. And the Pirates pick up the first down.
You got to wonder if that's a moral victory for this offensive line, because they have not been running the ball well at all game long. But on that short yardage situation, they finally pick it up, and maybe that's going to be the catalyst for them to get this thing going and spark the run game.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got the tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Pirates are marching down the field. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Into the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Trying the left side. They could have used a little bit more there and picked up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Dropping back, it's Hauser. And the ball is picked off. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Pulls it in. It's Morrill. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. We're lucky that one hit the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. And he can't escape, and down he goes. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Looking to throw, it's Hauser. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. This guy just oozes toughness when he runs, bangs his way to the 20.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Smith. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll run it from the gun. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the fourth quarter.
On the ground, it's Harris. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped, a gain of 3.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to throw, it's Hauser. Got his man. And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. And the Pirates have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, give on the inside. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, you saw the speed on defense on that play. It's 3rd and short. They're trying to go toss, but the defense's ability to go east-west and really scrape down the line of scrimmage, get to the ball carrier for a tackle for loss now, setting up 4th down.
He got it, and that lead grows even bigger. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. I know you want to go to this guy because he's made so many plays for you, but when he's doubled, surely somebody else has a much easier play to make.
And it might not be the stud that he is, right? Like, I might not find another guy that's a baller like him, that's a playmaker, but now I got one-on-one matchups elsewhere that I got to go take advantage of. If they're going to double cover him, I'm going to take advantage of some matchups somewhere else.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Back to throw, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Time to take a shot. And he's got it inside the 20. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Rams will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Carolina sending the offense back to work. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was up.
Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. A first down for the offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
A strike downfield. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Pirates are on the move. The give to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at second and 7. Trying play action. Fires to the middle. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Hauser. He caught it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, ECU.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Complete to the right. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. You can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
On the run, it's Morrow. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the ball is intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Pirates. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Working on the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Going up top on first down. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Back to the ground game on the left.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Back to pass, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
Man, And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Toss sweep right. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then the offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, East Carolina 27, Colorado State 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Out of the backfield, the running back snags it, but couldn't keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Fowler Nicolosi. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Colorado State.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. East Carolina has it back, and the Purple Pirate offense will go to work. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Oh, so close to paying off the tip drill. He had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man. The quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Quarterback checking off. To the air. It's Hauser. Finds his man down the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. 3rd down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And the Pirates with the 1st and 10. The give to the single back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
The Pirates are moving quickly down the field. Gonna run it. It's Harris. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Tackled immediately after the catch.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
They've made clutch, tough plays on this drive on 3rd down. They need one more on 3rd and 7. Dropping back, it's Hauser. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
So you're saying there's a chance, Reese. I know it's not a big chance, but you got the ball back now. Maybe your offense can get hot. You can create some turnovers, maybe get an onside kick. Who knows? I'm saying there's a chance.
Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense.
Timeout, Colorado State.
Line gets set, 1st down.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Looking to move it through the air. trying to get to him. And they got him for the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing and making life so hard on this offense.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got it down the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
East Carolina sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Offense getting set for first down. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter, you got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for room, it's Harris. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to pop the draw. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'd hope to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we had just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Got it.
Line getting set on second down. And they'll take a knee on fourth down. Happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the waning moments. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the winner.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Dynasty Mode. I'm Reese Davis, and it's time to start your coaching journey. First, select whether you want to play online or offline. An online dynasty is where you can invite your friends and also import your own custom-created schools through Team Builder. Welcome to America's heartland, Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Indiana Hoosiers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will boot it away to start the game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. His offense will take the first swing of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Rourke. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to...
And that pass intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
So the Texas Longhorns offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leader... lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically...
Touchdown, Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got